Hello, this is Jeff Everett's accounting theory class, and we are going to do a presentation on how James Lovelock's ideas of the Gaia hypothesis relates to accounting theory.
Oh, hello. I'm God, and this is the planet Earth. Now, a couple million years ago, the planet was a much warmer place. Then there came the existence of these little things called organisms. These organisms managed to regulate the temperature of the planet so that more organisms were able to flourish and grow. This created a very complicated, self-sustaining system. So, according to James Lovelock and his Gaia hypothesis, the world is a self-regulating system. This means that every little change that happens in the world automatically gets fixed or corrected by the system itself. Now, the problem with this is, how do regulators come into existence in the first place if evolution and self-interest hold true? So, with the Gaia hypothesis, an example of this would be little seafaring plankton, like these, swim along and produce light-reflecting particles, which they release into the atmosphere. Now, in turn, these particles create clouds, and these clouds directly regulate the planet's temperature. Now, what this does is it allows other organisms to survive and flourish by keeping the temperature within suitable boundaries.
I don't know how I'm going to get money for my big investment in my company. I am a manager. Maybe I could try asking these households to invest in me.
I'm not going to invest in you unless I have control of your company, and I know that the decisions you're going to be making are going to be in my best interest.
Oh no. But I need my company to be run by me so that I can do the best I can without bureaucracy. However will I regulate this inconsistency? So, will you invest in our company then?
How do I know you're not going to take advantage of me?
Well, me, the accountant, will bridge the gap. I will ensure fairness in this. I am an accountant. Also, I'm an auditor. That means I'm a regulator, and I can regulate the capital market system.
Wait a minute. This reminds me an awful lot of the Gaia hypothesis.
Precisely. I provide a fair assurance to the investors from the external factors that relate to the capital market system.
So I suppose I act in my own self-interest, but there are some things that need to act as regulators so that the environment is ideal for me to raise capital for my businesses.
Exactly. You can still act in your self-interest as long as you follow the guidelines we provide.
Oh, all right then, if it means I can get more money.
As long as you do it fairly. Relating to the Gaia hypothesis, the regulators act like clouds, regulating what external factors can affect the Earth. Just like accounting, the regulators affect which external factors and to what degree they have an effect on the capital market system. The regulators create a balanced condition where the market can sustain itself. Regulators ensure that fraud and information asymmetry are minimized as much as possible, so that a balance between shareholder confidence and regulation exists in the market.
Hello, it's me, God again. James Lovelock discusses the theory of perspective. We're going to show this through a little story. Once upon a time, there was an Emperor Phasby.
Hello, I'm Emperor Phasby, and I love my beautiful green dress.
Now, while he was a good ruler and liked to see to the well-being of his people, Phasby had one small problem.
I love my people, but I can only see the world through my eyes. You, tell me my green dress is beautiful.
Your green dress looks very nice, Emperor Phasby. All hail Emperor Phasby!
Phasby needed to change his perspective to see through the eyes of his people.
The truth of the matter is, Phasby's never worn any clothes, but he makes us tell him that his dress is beautiful. I think it's kind of weird.
You, tell me my green dress is beautiful.
Your green dress is beautiful, King Emperor Phasby.
Hello, God again. Now, while regulators are in charge of considering the user's needs, as we've seen paralleled by Darwinism in James Lovelock's article, the regulators need to adopt the perspective of those being regulated in order to truly meet the needs of the people they regulate. Oh, hello again, it's me, God. So, as far as accounting regulations is concerned, we need to decide whether or not regulation is a good thing, how much is being done, and who's doing the regulating. In accounting, it's the accountants themselves that do their self-regulating. So it leads to the question, who is regulating the regulators? James Lovelock, comparing this to science, says that regulation is lacking and that the funding in some cases is too much and in most cases is too widely thrown around. We can compare this to accounting theory as to who has power over the regulators due to the fact that they are directly funding research to further their own power.
Lovelock talks about how civilization would destruct without electricity. What would happen if we turned off the switch on accounting? The markets are an unstable environment that is kept constant by regulatory bodies. Likewise, the Earth's atmosphere is an unstable formation that is kept constant through organisms that maintain that unstable balance. Lovelock talks about a city and how if you turn off the power, it will eventually collapse into a third world. What would happen if the power was turned off of the accounting body? The markets would eventually collapse because of the lack of faith and communication between management and stakeholders. A new institution would eventually be formed to fill the role of accountants.
God here, just to summarize, we hope this presentation has made it very clear to you how Gaia theory and accounting theory can be related. And while they're being related, we can come to some conclusions about how accounting theory as an entity can be improved upon. Thanks for your time.